Um, as we said, we're going through as much interviews as we can, talk to as many people as we can, and try to give you guys an insight on what's going on. And right now we have Vanessa
Mm-hmm.
from Baruch Distribution,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yes.
you guys are a veterinary pharmaceutical distribution company.
Yes, we import veterinary pharmaceuticals.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
do you have a partner for retail here, or how does that work?
Yes, we do have a partner, HiPro Farm Supplies.
Mhm.
Yes, we partner with them in which you can get these products through them. They're available at HiPro. And as you know, HiPro has a distribution island wide,
Mhm.
along with your technical sales representative and
Yes.
their veterinarian. So you can liaise with either the technical sales representative or the veterinarian to access these products.
Okay, so some of these products I'm visually familiar with.
Okay.
I know I have the de-stressor at home
Mm-hmm.
on the farm, but I
Right.
haven't used it yet
Okay.
because really and truly I haven't gotten a rundown on how it should be utilized
Mm-hmm.
and um, the best way to use it,
Okay.
like dosage wise and for what ailments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like record, why would I administer this? So give us a rundown of the different products you have and how they apply in what operation, whether it's goat, chicken, whatever.
All right. As the name suggests, stress mix.
Yeah.
So it is recommended when the animal has come under intense stress. So
Mhm.
in a condition like this, in which the heat is extremely hot, we recommend that you give the animals upon transportation. So persons that bring their livestock here and they're here now, we recommend that you give them in the water to drink. And upon reaching back to their livestock facility, you recommend giving them. Also, it helps with their immune system. It helps them to boost their immune system. It has free radicals that prevent further infections, and it helps them with their appetite. So basically, it helps with the increase the feed conversion ratio. So that would help them with their ultimately weight gain at the process and also their immunity. So it's an overall health based product.
Okay, so what product on the market that farmers will be familiar with
All right.
that are comparative to this?
Comparative to this would be the anti-stress, I would think. That's the only one that is currently on the market that is comparable to it. But this one has amino acids in which it has vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. The others have just vitamins and minerals.
Okay,
Mhm.
so we're looking at some of the samples here. So
All
this
right.
is, yeah, if you want to pick them up one by one and talk about them
All
so
right.
people
So this
understand.
is the stress mix that we just gone through.
Yes.
Right. So it's
Mhm.
available in this and also
Mhm.
in the 1,000 grams jars.
Yeah, I think I have it in the jar.
Right.
Yeah.
So this one now is amino grow. This is the only amino acid, fully potent amino acid that is on the market. So in terms of body weight, this is to increase muscle mass and body weight. So if you need your animal to put on weight, you'll incorporate either in the water or in the feed. So this is strictly for weight gain,
Okay.
right?
This is strictly for weight gain.
Strictly, I would say strictly for weight
So you
gain.
would like give this to an animal that is recovering from an illness
If
or a fattening market animal that's trying to go that he's trying to send to market,
right,
like weaners,
right,
bucks or something,
right.
and could it work for like flushing or getting a buck ready for service
For flushing,
or for show?
I would recommend no,
No.
no,
Okay.
not for flushing. Not for flushing. I recommend more the stress mix
Okay.
because with flushing you lose electrolytes
Hmm.
and sodium and potassium, and this is what would replace it,
Okay.
right? So the stress mix would replace
Well,
the
that's not the
electrolytes
stress.
that
This is
has
the stress
the
mix.
stress mix would replace what would be lost during
Okay.
that flushing process
Okay.
because it has electrolytes. And as I said, this is more of a complement of what an animal would require based on your daily requirement.
Hmm.
Right. So,
Okay.
so the amino grow is strictly for weight gain. It's
Wait.
just potent amino acids, and as we know, amino acid is the building blocks of protein. So, it increase muscle mass, increase weight gain, and it
Okay.
helps with the feed conversion ratio of per animal.
Okay. And
All
then
right.
let's move on to what
All
else you
right.
got here.
I'm kind of excited about these two products.
Hmm.
As you know, the world is moving away from the usage of antibiotics. There's
Hmm.
still a place for antibiotic, but we still need to with farmers island wide, we
Yeah.
have to tell them about organic. I know that Kahil just spoke about that, organic. So this is the organic medicinal side. So now we're having Garvital and Coxasan. What are these? These are herbal products.
Okay.
So it's the first we're having these on the island in which they don't have to go to the hardcore drug. They can consider having the herbal drugs. So what is in Garvital is garlic plus vitamins. Everybody know that garlic is the king of medicine. Used is not something that is new to Jamaica. We have always used garlic, especially in poultry production. They will crush it and put it in the water. Now they have a convenient solution that is readily available to them that they can use it. And as you know, cereal properties, meaning that it has antibiotic properties. It has antiparasitic, meaning that it kills or slow the action of potential worms that they may have in your stomach,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it also have antifungal and antiviral properties, right? And another one is coxasan. Now the Garvital can use in poultry as well as pigs. So pigs that has diarrhea, we have seen that it's very effective for treating diarrhea. Now the coxasan is more of a complement of more than one selective herbs. So some of them is garlic. We're familiar with them. Your garlic, sage oil, rosemary oil, thyme oil, and also oregano oil. So this is more like for the poultry. What it does is prevent coccidosis. Coccidosis is one of the most common disease
Yeah.
that is affect poultry, can affect calves, it can affect swine. So what you do is use it as a preventative. The beautiful thing about this product is that you can use at any stage and there's no withdrawal product. There's no
Okay.
withdrawal time on the
Yeah.
product, right? So I think that is one of the most beautiful thing about it. And you get results.
Yeah, but how fast does it work? Or maybe it's a more of a therapy, preventative care product. So you have to use it consistently.
No,
No.
it do have some therapeutic value to it because we have proven it in which pigs has diarrhea and it has treated it, and we have seen it in the poultry as well. That reduce the mortality drastically. So is what we recommend is that prevention is better than cure. So we don't want to wait until the animal has the disease and that's when you're going to treat because you're losing time, you're losing feed, you're losing money at that time to come back to where you want to be. So what we do is try use it as a preventative to not to reach at that stage, and then now you continue and go on instead of using it at a when you want it at a therapeutic value.
Okay. All right. And these are both the same thing.
One is for
One is for
poultry only,
and
and one
one
is
is
for swine and poultry.
and this one.
All right, this is Intravit. This is a multivitamin that is available in the liquid form. So it is vitamins, minerals, and amino acid. The layer farmers love this one. It has seen that it increased the color of the yellow, the hue of it,
Let me pull this back
as
a little. Yeah.
as it thicken the shell quality.
Okay.
They have seen that, and they're a love of this product. Also, the poultry, they love it. They put on the weight.
Okay. But it has highlighted all the different animals on there:
Yes, you can
cattle,
right.
pig, sheep, goat, chicken.
Yeah, it can be used. All of these products can be used right across the board.
Yep.
Yeah, right across the board.
Okay. So and you're saying, oh, hold on, let's go through all of them first.
Okay, all right. Now on the medicinal side, we still has a place. We have these will more cater to veterinarians,
Yes.
right? So
So
they
these are
will
prescription.
these are prescription drugs. So what we have here is Novak. The first on the island is a cephalosporin drug.
Yeah.
It's a no withdrawal time on milk.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's a plus.
Yes,
That's
and
big.
it's big. Yes, it's huge, and it has 2 days withdrawal on milk on meat.
On me. Okay.
Right, so it's a safe
That's good.
antibiotic. It can be used from poultry, go straight up to horse. So
Okay.
you can use on poultry, can use on dogs. It can be used
So is it that
on
what is it?
horses.
Antibiotic? What is it?
Yes, it's an antibiotic.
Okay.
So it's a very high quality antibiotic.
Is it broad spectrum?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
broad spectrum, so it covers both gram negative and
Yeah.
gram positive bacteria.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. And what's the next one?
All right. The next product that we have is everybody's familiar with Ivamectin,
Yes.
right?
Dewormer.
Right. But this difference with this one is that it has vitamins with it. Yes, it's the
Is it a
first again.
drench or
No, it's
injectable?
an injectable. It's
Okay.
prescription. So this one normally we're familiar with 1% ivermectin. No, this is 2% ivermectin along with vitamin A, D, and E.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's very potent,
Mhm.
and at the same time it gives vitamin A, D, and E. And vitamin A, D, and E plays a very critical role in the development of an animal in terms of their immunity and their reproduction.
Yes.
Right.
So, how long this has been on the market?
These are newly, to be honest, this is like a mini launch,
So
right? So
there's no
this,
local case study on this
yes,
to
man,
see if
we've
it
been,
works.
Dr. Moto, along with other veterinarians, has been using the product from before, and they have been getting very, very great results from it.
But will they go on
So
record?
will they go
On record,
on record?
yeah,
Yes, I'm
saying they
sure.
use it and
I'm
they've seen
sure.
great
I'm sure.
results.
I'm sure. Yes, they will.
Okay, so I'm
Hmm.
gonna ask Dr. Mata
No
about it.
problem. You can ask him.
All right, and what's the
All
next
right.
one?
Dr. Moto is just one of the many vets that has
Yeah,
used
but I
it and get
respect
results.
Dr. Mata.
Okay, you respect him.
Yes.
Everyone does. All
Mhm.
right. The other product is the Mohil Vit. This is a combination of amino acids, vitamin B, and minerals that is used for injection for animals. So, say for instance, even those animals you see them come down stressful and you want an emergency on the spot treatment, as you know, injectable work
No,
faster,
answer. Yeah, no
right?
drench.
So
Yeah.
if you want a prompt response or animal not responding, you give them to this.
So
Say
this is for an infection.
it can use along with an antibiotic,
Hmm.
will potentiate the antibiotic effect, but it's not for infection. It's more to, let me see now, to promote good health or to help them to overcome disease challenges. So
Okay.
like lameness.
Okay, so let's say I have a kid or a doling, buckling, 3 months or whatever, and they come down with tetanus or something, a
Mm-hmm.
clostridial
Mm-hmm.
condition. Would
Mm-hmm.
this assist in any way?
Yes, it can assist, but
Okay.
of course you have to use your. It's not a. It's not an alternative to it, but it's more of a complementary to what you'll be using.
Okay, so our listeners and viewers are
Mm-hmm.
predominantly small ruminants
Okay.
farmers.
Mm-hmm.
So how all of this applies to them?
Oh, all depends on what is going on the
Yeah,
farm.
would you suggest that they consult with their nutritionist for the supplement stuff and consult with their vet on the prescription stuff to see if it's something they should have in their medicine cabinet?
For prescription, yes.
Hmm.
In terms of if you have some disease challenges happening in which can overcome by OTC products,
Hmm.
I would say consult a veterinary, of your veterinarian, of course. But it's not for in terms of a nutritionist. You don't need a nutritionist advice to tell you to use a stress mix or an amino grow or an intravet. Those can be implemented as a monthly treatment course depending on what is going on.
So let's talk. So the supplements, what is the shelf life on these?
These like 2 to 3 years.
Okay, and
Hmm.
the storage.
Storage, cool, dry area, as
Hmm.
all medicine keep away from
Okay.
children
Hmm.
and so on.
And the prescription
Hmm.
ones, should they be
Kept
in
in
a
a
refrigerator?
refrigerator, yeah.
Okay, and what is this?
All right, this is an antibiotic spray that can be
On
used,
open wounds?
yeah, on open wounds.
So is it better than electrolyte?
No, I don't think it's not better than the Ectoline. There's two different products and they have two different
They
uses.
have two different
Ectoline
applications.
is fipronil, right, which is an insecticide
Hmm.
that deals with maggots and wounds treatments,
Hmm.
right? And this is an antibiotic spray. So they both have the two different places in the
So let's
market.
let's say let's say my goat come down with a hoof problem.
Right. I'm glad that you mentioned hoof. For hoof problem, it would be more for this.
Hmm.
But for maggot infection,
That
line.
is in the hoof
If maggot is in the
problem.
hoof, you'd have to use the Ectoline.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I have to use the ectoline, and then once it's
When
healed,
it
when you
healing,
get rid of all of that and healing,
right,
then you
you
can
use
use
this,
this
right, because this is very fast acting in terms of the healing process,
process.
right? So it's like everybody know purple lotion, right?
Yeah,
Right,
drench and violet.
gentian violet.
Mhm.
So that is one of the ingredients that is in it, and
Okay.
gentian violet is known to cause the wound to dry quicker.
Mhm.
So it enhance the healing process.
Yes.
And then they potentiate it with an antibiotic in it. So it will kill any microbes that may be affecting it.
Okay, and what about mites and stuff?
Mites, no,
No.
no.
So do you guys have any products for external parasites?
The
The
ivermectin,
ivermectin.
yeah, it works
Okay.
very well.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
and one more.
Oh, we got more. We got.
One
She come
I
with a
can't.
whole store.
No, I cannot leave out this one because it's very important. This is what you farmers need to be very cognizant about,
Hmm.
and
Tell us
that
about
would
this.
be the Dexan Super, right?
Hmm.
Dexan Super is a powerful disinfectant, right? And it is safe to use with animals. So you mix it, it's a powder, you mix it. When you mix it, it's stable for 7 days. So you mix it
It's
and
active for 7 days.
it's active for 7 days. It's a powder. You mix it to come with a pretty pink color,
And you spray
and
it.
you spray. Right,
Hmm.
so you can be used in around the coop or in around the pen,
Hmm.
especially when you're having kids. Because you know kids are very susceptible to bacterial infections, and you want to prevent that. So you just use a knapsack, and you can go through and spray. You can be
Okay.
sprayed with the presence of the animal. That is no problem.
So do I get a complimentary one of these to try?
Sure. Yes,
I
you
will.
can.
I will try this, and
Uh-huh.
I will come back on iGoat chat and tell them.
No
Because
problem.
here's the thing: this is high fly season,
Yes.
so I will know if it works
No problem.
right off the bat.
Right off the
Because
bat.
if I see less flies around on the floor
Mm-hmm.
and the stuff, then I know that it's working.
Right. But remember cleaning and then
No,
disinfect.
I gotta spray down the place
You
first.
have to clean first
Yeah,
and then disinfect.
yeah. That's my other thing. We power wash and then we
Mm-hmm.
spray
Right, right,
for killing
right. And it reduces
the
the odor, of course,
and it reduces.
significantly.
Yes.
And also one of the plus use is that it do work for foot dips.
Hmm.
You
Oh,
know,
it does
yes, it works for foot dips. And
for
in
animals and humans. No.
for humans, foot dip before you go in the coop or
Hmm.
in the pen
Yeah,
area.
foot wash. Yeah,
Foot
but
wash, right?
we do foot
But
wash for both.
no, that is different. That is like for bacterial infections to
Hmm.
prevent to soak up the hoof.
Yeah.
That's like in copper sulfate, right?
Yes.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're
Okay, you're
talking
talking
about
about for visitors.
for visitors
Yeah.
coming on your
Yeah.
farm, they
Mhm.
have to foot dip before they can enter your property, the
Yeah.
facility.
Yes.
Yes, so that is one of the advantages. Also effective against COVID-19. And another thing that it does is that it can be used as the removal of biofilm. You know what is biofilm, right?
Hmm.
So biofilm is a formation of a bacteria and viruses that are formed in the line of pipelines,
Yes.
right? So what you do is soak the pipelines for like half an hour, and that will remove all the sludges
Okay.
from the pipelines,
Hmm.
right? And then you rinse it with cold water again, then you rinse it back with the Dexon Super, and then you rinse it, and you're good to go.
Okay.
So that is very important again
So
because
if you have waterers in your thing, you're suggesting you flush it with this.
yes, and remember the animals cannot drink it, so it
Hmm.
has to have a drain off point,
Hmm.
right? And you have to know when you're doing it. Sometimes in for poultry you'll have a lockdown time, but for small ruminants you may
Yes.
not. So you'd have to make preparations or arrangements for them to have water to drink for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
For the process to be done, right? And it's very imperative that it's done because you'll be using medications, and the medication will be reacting with these pathogens within the line, and it reduces the efficacy of the drugs.
Okay.
So these are
Yeah.
some very critical steps that need to be. They're overthinking, but they have very powerful effect on your operation,
Okay.
right?
Great.
So another
I
one
am
is
looking forward to
you're
trying
looking
this
forward
because of the times that we're in. It's summertime
this summer,
and
yes.
it's like high fly season, and
I have
you know what
no
I mean.
doubt that it work.
Everything like just becomes multiplied. All the bacteria multiply because it's a perfect.
You'll see a
And we're
reduction.
in St. Mary, so it gets wet and it's moist and hot, and it's a breeding ground for
Yes,
everything.
for everything.
So we have to constantly be mindful of making sure we power wash and disinfect
It's
and
it
sanitize the
it has a
place.
powerful name behind it.
Mhm.
Some people may be familiar with Vercon S disinfectant. This is a generic to it, so it's
Okay.
the same analog, it's the same product,
Mhm.
but it's a good quality because these products are out of Europe, so they're good quality and they're good prices.
Okay. And so the price, I was just gonna touch on the price point comparative to what's on the market.
There's Don't think there's nothing like that.
Okay. So then,
As I said, these are complementary products. They're not really compete.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
these products.
they're brand new.
They're brand new, and there's nothing like competing or complementary.
Okay.
All right, another one. There's nothing like this. Is also
This is
nothing like
brand new.
this on the market. What
Mhm.
we for livestock? These are strictly made for livestock.
Okay.
So if you're in an area and you're not so confident about the quality of your water, but that is very important. Again, another oversight by farmers. The quality of water is very, very important.
Especially if you collect water off of a
Right, right,
spring or a river or something,
right,
you don't
right.
know what's upstream.
So what we have here is tablets that
Okay.
you'll allow to put them in the water, and it will disintegrate and it will kill all the microbes that are present in the water, and the water will be safe for consumption for your animal. So you can treat your tank and leave it, and that's it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's an impressive presentation. Usually we don't have people come on iGoat chat and present so much product,
Uh,
but you were highly recommended.
Thank
And
you.
because I have this stress mix, I'm like, yeah, I know that this product's been talked about and highly recommended. So thank you for coming.
Thanks for having
And the
me.
only one I want to keep is this
That
one to try
one, no problem.
because I'm waiting for everybody else to try the rest of them.
Yes, and they're all
But
available at HiPro.
and they're all available at Hyper.
Yes,
And I'm
you
sure
can contact
our
your
Hyper reps
HiPro.
will tell us
Yes,
that hey, look, you can try this and try that because I think that's how I got
the stress
the
mix.
stress mix because I asked, is there something? And he's like, yeah, you can try
Okay.
this one. So
All
thank
right.
you again,
And
Vanessa.
thanks for having me.
And we'll talk next time. I'll link you up when I do a review on this.
All
When
right.
I do it and see the results, I'll let you know before I go to public. I'll let you know how it is.
All right,
All
no
right?
problem.
All
All
right,
right,
thanks. So
thank
there you
you.
have it, folks.
Thanks for having
Try
me.
it, and all these products are available through Hyper Distribution and other outlets too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So give it a shot. All
All
right.
right,
Thank you.
thank you.
See you guys on the next one.